The video you're about to see is a trial exhibit showing Ottawa City Councillor Matthew Luloff at the Ottawa Police cell block on Elgin Street. We obtained this footage after fighting in court to access and publish it. Impaired driving is a matter of significant public interest, and Luloff is a public figure. Luloff's defense lawyer was opposed, but the judge ruled in favor of the media, saying it poses no risk to the fairness of the trial. It's July 6th, 2024, the morning after Nickelback headlined Blues Fest. Luloff was arrested at his home after a woman called 911 to report what she thought was a drunk driver.
I was driving behind them and beside them. They almost smashed into me, and they were driving on the curb and just swerving everywhere.
Luloff was standing next to his Jeep when police arrived. He was never seen inside it. He's pleaded not guilty to impaired driving charges and remains innocent. It's now 1:40 a.m. and the officer tells Luloff what's happening.
So you are under arrest for operation while impaired. It is my duty to inform you that you have the right to retain and instruct counsel without delay.
She reads a series of routine demands and cautions. Luloff says he's been instructed by his lawyer not to answer questions, but acknowledges what she's saying. And 6 minutes later, it's time for the first test.
Big breath in and blow out like you said. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Go until you're all out of air, all the way out. Good.
The officer says they have to wait 17 minutes until the next test. Luloff asks for water and to go to the bathroom, but she says he can't. A few minutes later, Luloff questions why police are focused on him, and the officer counters.
A lot of big problems in Ottawa, and I'm the guy that you're going to deal with tonight. Okay.
Well, I mean, not to be a Debbie Downer, but impaired operating
Could be a big deal, yeah. I mean, like pulling me out of my garage, though. I mean,
it can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be on the roadway.
pulling a guy basically out of his bed.
Then Luloff starts to talk about the impact on him.
You understand what this is going to mean for me, I'm a local politician who's running for federal office, so you can think whatever you want to say. But this is not going to be good for me. Anyway, I'm so
Again, it's important to remember here that the allegations against Luloff have not been proven. His lawyer has argued that Luloff was subjected to no fewer than 7 breaches of his charter rights, starting from the moment police first parked at his driveway, and they want the evidence tossed because of it. A minute after we last heard from Luloff, he briefly becomes verbally combative with the officer.
So there's usually a few more questions we like to gather, more for statistical purposes, but I'm sure you're not in the mood.
Probably not. Try.
Some of it starts with, have you been drinking, yes or no?
I'm not answering that question. No.
Or what have you been drinking,
No.
quantities of it?
No.
That's great.
I've been eating Wendy's and trying to go to bed is what I've been doing.
Okay, so the mention of Wendy's here is probably the most critical moment in the video. It is the only piece of evidence in the entire trial that places Luloff inside his Jeep when the witness was following it and called 911. And remember, the defense wants this evidence tossed out. A little later on, Luloff talks about how it felt to be arrested just as he was about to go to bed.
Sometimes they cuffed me in my garage. In my garage, as somebody like 1 foot inside my house, cuffed me in my garage. In my garage.
It's never anything personal.
On my property.
I know.
With 1 foot in my house, cuffed me in my garage.
Again, and I know it doesn't feel good for you
I'll
at
never
all.
forget it. I'll never forget it.
Now it's about 2:10 in the morning, and it's time for the second test.
Take a big breath, and then go. Keep going. Until you're all out of oxygen. Good. All right, you can take that now.
The breathalyzer does its work, and for more than a minute, no one talks. Then, the results.
So your first test was 179, but we always run it down, so it's 170. That right there is over 80. It's almost double. And the second one is 167, which rounds down to 160. So they're both over, they're both within a range that's an acceptable amount. So that's enough to lay the charge of the operational impaired. Okay. So grab a seat. I'm going to get the investigating officer. There's a couple more things to do, and we'll get you out of here as soon as we can, okay?
For the rest of the video, Luloff is sitting calmly, and he asks the officer a couple of questions about what happens next. The judge's verdict on the alleged charter breaches and alleged charges is expected at the end of February. Kristy, Nease, CBC News, Ottawa.